Alrighty, I'm back, and well, it's been quite one hell of a journey, I have to say. Well, of course, I got back a little over 2 weeks ago, and of course, got my orders and I checked into my NRC. Of course, I'm back and everything. Things are definitely better, and I'm happier I'm back and everything. Oh, I will have to say, though, it is not all sunshine and rainbows, I can assure you that. I still definitely do have a lot to pay for. For example, I still owe my school a little over $3,000 for a laptop repair and a missed tuition payment that I was unable to make before shipping off. Of course, financially speaking, I think it probably was my best option, to be frank here. But at the same time, it sucked. But I could probably make a video explaining more about that in the future. But anyways, I'm just sitting at my parents' house, and I just signed a lease for apartment, and I start this August, and hopefully I'm at least somewhat ready to start this next school year. And of course, since my curriculum, as you may have seen in my last video, of course, if anyone even watched that, of course, but I'll just say anyway. Um, is pushed back by a year. Of course, I'm graduating in 28, or at least projected to, instead of 27. Which, hey, that's life. So I'm just dealing with that. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of make an upload. I didn't really want to, shitbag the channel or anything like that, or to leave it very dormant. Of course, I do this for fun, and I'd rather not, sit there and just leave videos and just leave with no uploads for a really long time. I'd rather just not do that. So I decided to kind of just make a video just explaining that, hey, I'm finally back from training, and I've been back for a couple weeks now. Of course, I'm trying to get back hours at my work and everything, and of course they're not giving it quite right away though, which, hey, that sucks. But it's better than being out in Great Lakes. Let me tell you that much. But yeah, but this summer I'm gonna have to, really lock in, get my finances together and stuff like that. And as it turns out, I actually have to wait. This is probably something I was never discussed with, even with my recruiter. Again, they're all full of shit. Um, the GI Bill does not kick in for until after 2 years of active service, or at least 2 years of service. And I'm like, what the hell? So I basically did all this for nothing, pretty much, because I'm taking a 2 years drafting course, a 2 year course, and by the time I'm done with my course, the GI Bill probably wouldn't even have kicked in yet. Possibly, it really all depends, or it'll probably kick in probably by the time, maybe best case scenario, second semester, my second year, which is basically just like the last 5 months of my course, would be covered by very minimal TA. Of course, I was told by my recruiters, like, oh yeah, reserves covers all TA and all that, and I'm like, okay, all right, cool, I can roll with this. I'm like, it seemed at the time, like it seemed, even with my naive self, right? Of course, I was an idiot to buy into this. It did also seem a little good to be true. Admittedly, when something seems too good to be true, it probably is. For going out 1 to 2 weekends a month, and only 2 weeks out of the year for annual training. For just doing that and just being ready on standby and having your tuition fully covered and everything, it seemed you're getting quite a bit for just doing that. And but I was like, okay, sure. Of course, government seems to really piss their money away on shit. So they figured, I was like, yeah, I can kind of see that actually happening. But yeah, so that was kind of the story behind that. Just kind of a quick explanation. But I've returned, and hopefully I might make something. You know, I was really wanting to make some Sonic videos and stuff like that. Start getting us, playing Sonic and shit like that. Get that, uploaded as well. Maybe some other games, like, of course, I have Minecraft and stuff like that. And I would have to buy extra storage on my Xbox. But due to financial reasons, it probably doesn't seem like it's probably gonna happen. So maybe best case scenario, if I really lock in, I could probably squeeze it in there. That's what I'm really wanting to do, and I'm wanting to just get better equipment, just so I can just make higher quality stuff. Cause I like making better quality stuff. It's just something I enjoy doing. Versus making ghetto ass iMovie shit that you're seeing right now. So, yes. So I'm just chilling, locking in for the summer so I can be basically ready for this upcoming school year. So I had to pay everything off before I can re-enroll, and hopefully this fall I'll be taking my gen ed classes so that I can basically take what would have been a single semester spread out over the course of a year. That's what I'm really wanting to do. But I would have to pay off $3,100 before I can do that. That is $3,100 away. So that's going to be not an easy task. But you know what? I'll lock in. I'll make sure I can make that shit happen. And hopefully things turn out for the better. And yeah, even though I got basically, I mean, it feels like I got ripped off. It's like, really? You know? At first it started off with, okay, maybe I can get like college credits for boot camp, which you technically do, but you don't. But you're definitely not getting any drafting credits. So I more did that out of a naive sense of hope, to where I could, somehow manage to make it work. But it's just not the reality. It's not the reality, and it just wasn't. And then I probably didn't really get any advancements from it, at least not in terms of academic points or credits. But although I technically did achieve them, but the thing is, it's probably not going to contribute to my course that I'm taking, so that really sucks with that. But that's kind of just all for now. I guess I'll just likely make another video later explaining that and going more into depth about that. I just kind of wanted to announce, hey, I'm back, if anyone even watches this shit. But in all seriousness, though, if you're even watching at all, appreciate you watching, and until next time, peace out.